This is a Willets Point Shea Stadium bound 7 express train. The next and last stop is Willets Point Shea Stadium.
That's My Sports says, I have no problem getting Imanaga if we can't get Yamamoto. And we didn't get into this. What would be the plan B if the Mets don't get Yamamoto? Imanaga is one of those guys. And what are your thoughts on one Imanaga and how you would handle the plan B if, let's say, the Mets don't get Yamamoto?
Well, Imanaga, this is a guy who's like a strikeout master, a little bit older, probably around the same age as Senga. You don't see in the Korean league and the Japanese leagues, you don't see guys willing to strike out often. You'll see guys fight off 2 strike counts, 8, 9 pitches. It's actually really, really entertaining to watch. But guys like Imanaga, he's able to strike out hitters, just like the way Yamamoto is, just like the way Daisuke Matsuzaka was able to do, just like the way Nomo was able to do. They're getting guys who are just historically disciplined hitters to swing and miss. And if you can translate that to the major leagues, and of course it's a different class of hitter, but if you can make it work, and if you can make guys miss at this level, you got something. And with the stuff that you're able to do in these Japanese leagues, Korean leagues, it, like I said, with guys who are just totally against striking out swinging, like it's 1930s again here. It's almost incredible. And I'm looking forward to him coming over and being, seeing if he can translate that style of pitching here. And if guys are going to bite at it. If he's not in the mix for the Mets, and I think they have other options if they want to go, I know a lot of people have talked about Giolito, and, that's another guy. It's almost like a Severino where it's like, what's the pitch lab going to do? Are you going to get the most out of him? I think we might see a few of those kind of options floated around, whether it's him, whether it's, I think Montgomery had a really, really nice run with Texas and even before that. And, if the Mets want to get involved in a guy like Montgomery, absolutely a great option to fall back on. But Yamamoto probably should be that guy. I wouldn't be surprised if they see a Michael Lorenzen in the mix, just as like a middle rotation guy. Michael Wacha, who has really, I know he had a very brief run with the Mets during their dark ages a few years ago, but he's been kind of lights out since. So I wouldn't be shocked. Me and Taryn talked about it on our show. If Jack Flaherty is healthy and he's taking a flyer on a prove it deal, on a 1-year deal, I wouldn't be shocked to see Hefner get his claws in there and see what they can do with a guy like Jack Flaherty. But after the Yamamotos of the world, it falls off considerably. They can make it work without a Yamamoto just by filling in depth pieces. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this cookie kind of crumbles.
Joe DeMayo of the Mets Pod and SNY had a post saying if the Mets didn't get Yamamoto, he would steer away from giving a lot of money to the Montgomerys and the Blake Snells. And I know this comment here, I don't want anything to do with Snell. I kind of agree with that because I know he's going to be.
I'm with this guy. I'm with Savanos here.
Yeah, we're both with him. I would not be giving him anywhere near what Yamamoto's getting. Obviously, he's not going to get that, but I mean, like anywhere close to that because he's going to be wanting a lot of money. He won the Cy Young. I don't know. I just am not buying into Snell. And I know that.
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen a less respected Cy Young winner?
Yeah. No.
Like R.A. Dickey,
Rick Porcello? Who's also a Met?
That's a good one. Yeah. I think, where's my bell? I have a bell around here. That would have got the bell. That was a good one.
But yeah, these guys that, maybe even Jordan Montgomery falls. And I like Jordan Montgomery. He's a guy that I would go after. But to give these guys, 5-6 year deals north of over 120, 150 may not be the wisest move for the Mets. Those are those kind of like trap deals that we would fall into normally. And Joe DeMeo was saying maybe they should go after these 1 year, like you said, prove it deals. And, I mentioned Jack Flaherty, and we mentioned Giolito, even Seth Lugo, bringing Seth Lugo back. And those were kind of the names he was like, maybe they should go after those 1 or 2, 3 year, 1 or 2 year type deals and bring those guys in for a short term. So we may see something like that happen if they don't get Yamamoto, but all hopes are that they will.